Stories from the Tabernacle by May Moore. Stage directions for Martin Luther King. You'll notice that this story, the underlay and the road, is set up just like the story of Jesus on the way to Jerusalem. So we want to make those parallels between those two stories really explicit, even though we're using a different size of figure. And this is where the storyteller's perspective is, and that's where the audience is. All right, so the first character is Martin, little Martin, so I used a child-sized figure and painted him. And we're just going to show his figure at first, and then we're going to kind of talk to him in the palm of our hand, kind of as if he's our son, and that's when we say, his mother's words, "You're as good as anyone, Martin." And then the first place that we place him is to put down a little white square of felt. Each of the cities are just a white square of felt in this story. So the first place that he goes is Montgomery. So we're going to place him, but then we're going to exchange him for grown-up Martin, because when he's older, he moves to the city of Montgomery. So there we go. That's where he is. And then we're going to talk about Rosa Parks and the bus boycott. So I made a little felt bust. You could make it out of paper. You kind of represent the bus however you want. But we're going to put this facing the audience right here. And then when we talk about Rosa Parks, I made a grown-up woman figure, and I'm going to put her on the bus. I would put her right there. And then she is arrested, so we're going to move her off the bus. And then there's going to be an explosion, and we're going to show them with our hands, and then we're going to kind of protect Martin kind of with our hands to say that he was protected. He and his family were protected in the explosion. And then when we talk about the success, we're going to place Rosa back on the bus with a couple other figures to show the success of the Montgomery bus boycott. And then we're going to move Martin. We're going to place another white felt down here on the journey. This is going to be Birmingham. So we're going to move Martin down to Birmingham. And then when we talk about what happened and he was placed in jail, I just cut these little bars out of felt, and I'm going to place them right over Birmingham so that you can kind of see the white and the brown contrast the bars. And there's Martin when he's in the Birmingham jail. And then we're going to place one more city, one more felt square. This is all mirroring how Jesus stopped with the children, and he'd stopped with Bartimaeus and stopped at the temple. So here we go. His third stop is going to be the city of Memphis. So we're going to bring his figure, put it right there. And then we're going to read the part of his speech aloud, and that way you'll get the mountaintop connection. How Jesus did the transfiguration at the beginning was on the mountaintop, and Martin's speech says, "I've been to the mountaintop." And then we're going to place the tomb down here to show that he knew that that's what might happen, but that he wasn't afraid. And then when we talk about his assassination, just like we did with Romero, it's going to tip the figure over. And then we're going to place him in the tomb. We're going to put the stone in the front, just like that.